Hey there, sports fans. Welcome to Fanside Ninja After Hours. And we're going to break down some of the biggest talking points and news in the world of sports. Most especially, this is the eve of the European Championships, known as Euros 2024 in Germany. Nine different cities hosting this fantastic tournament, and all the biggest boys in European football are all going to be there live for this fantastic football fiesta and or jamboree. Victor Godfrey in the company, of course, of the resident Igwe himself, Igwe Chibike. And we have Agu, but I'll let Igwe do his introduction. It's been a while. We've heard this since the last time we heard this introduction was during the Nations Cup, and that was in January. Igwe Chibike, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, someone named Trusty, and welcome. I love you all. I miss you all. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your boy, Igwe Chivaya. Kungwa. Dalo no yotago.
And of course, we have Agu, Mr. Optimistic, the only man that was saying we equalized against Cote d'Ivoire when it was obvious we were going to lose that game in the final. How are you?
Victor, you see, you've brought this your unpatrioticness into this world again. I am tired of you being unpatriotic for the Nigerian football and everything.
He's the most fake Nigerian guy I've ever seen in my life. Fake.
He was even lucky that we did not actually flog him that day because he was putting on
Yes.
an Ivory Coast jersey.
A brown and orange cloth.
Don't you know there's orange in the Nigerian national team jersey? You never see orange for a jersey before.
If like now you
Well,
Adam, now you
I don't
Adam.
blame you. After all, they change things these days. After all, they never change national anthem. They can just decide to put a touch of orange now for us. Anything is possible.
All right, so guys, well, we're leaving the Super Eagles. It was a fantastic time, obviously, being at the Nations Cup. But let's focus now on the Euros. By the way, guys, this is obviously on YouTube. Please like, share, and subscribe. But also is on currently also streaming on our podcast as well. So please subscribe to that as well if you're listening to this. So, guys, we have the Euros. I mentioned the big teams. There are top five teams to look out for in the Euros. Number one, obviously, being the English national team with all the hype they come around. You have the French national team, World Cup finalists against Argentina. You have the Spanish national team, a team that know how to play football and they dominated European football at a certain time. Then, of course, you have the Germans, who are the host. But Germany have not performed well in any competition since the 2014 World Cup. And then, last but not the least, just because they are defending champions, you have the Italians. So these are the top five guys that are going to be the teams to look out for. Of course, you have other teams, in that might cause a shock here or there, Turkey, Portugal. But I feel these are the top five teams. You guys, what are your thoughts on this year's Euros? Tomorrow is the opening game between Germany and Scotland in Munich. I'll be covering that game. When I say I'll be covering that game, not in Germany, by the way, I'll be covering that game here in Nigeria. I really noticed I don't come out. But what are your thoughts on this one, guys?
Okay, it's gonna be a homecoming event for the German national team. Remembering they last hosted a major tournament in 2006, precisely. That was the
Six.
World Cup.
Yeah.
So this is like a homecoming event for them because they've not really done well in all the previous World Cup and even Euro competition. The last competition they were knocked out by England, who went all the way to the final. So Germany is like on a rebuilding process with a young coach. So yes, I expect them to go all out in this one because the fans at home will be backing them. But nevertheless, it's a young team with a bit of an experienced team joining the fold, and hopefully, I think they should get to the semis if possible. But you never can tell. This could be another Ivory Coast moment.
Igwe Bike, your thoughts on the Euros? The top five teams I mentioned, England, with all the hype that they usually come with. I mean, they lost their last friendly match to Iceland before this tournament. You have Germany, you have France, Spain, Portugal, Italy defending champions. Your thoughts on this?
All right. Well, I don't even really know about England. Let's start from England. You mentioned. I'm not really expecting so much from that team personally because I think I don't see this team they came with as a stronger team that they came. The ones they had last Euro and the World Cup seems to be more of a formidable team than this. But football is football. I know Johnny football. You can't be, you know, you can't be played with the mouth. It's only with the leg. So, but I'm not really expecting them to go as far as they did. That is my own view. Then the rest of them, Spain, not really respecting so much because they're still a young team trying to blend together. I don't think you're going to expect the span of the Iniestas and Xavi and the Vivia and the rest of them. Nah, I don't think this is the span yet. Not this particular one. France. France, right from time, we all know that we could put our money on France to, to get to the final because they are quite a formidable team. Though, football is football. France can do what they did in Japan, Korea 2002 when they had all those area of stars and still left in the group stage. It's possible. But paper-wise, France have no reason not to get to the final of this tournament, if not even carry it. That is it for France. Portugal is another team that I'm going to expect them to get to the final. Yes, that is me saying it because my reason is this. That Portuguese team they have really stayed together for a very long time. And just one thing I understand about football, most times when you see teams that have stayed, the players have stayed for a very long time. Let's just say a long time, 3, 4 years playing together, 5 years possibly even playing together. Always watch out for that team. They always really go far. That's one thing that happened with that Spanish team that was like, the golden Spanish team. It wasn't as if they just woke up one morning and started winning the tournament, those cups. No. It has been a progress, and somehow, it evolved from the Champions League, their club engagement to the national team. And I think Portugal is that team to watch out for in this tournament. I'm saying it, just watch out for them. That is it. Who is the next person? Italy. Oh, well, Italy. Well, Italy, I'll put Italy in the same shoe with Spain, particularly because Italy, they are trying to get their feet together. Let's not forget that they didn't go to the World Cup, the last World Cup, because they couldn't qualify. This is the same thing that just won last year. They are coming here as the champion, as the defending champions, and they just couldn't go to the World Cup to tell you, how it was for them. So this time around, they had to, try to correct some mistakes, getting a very wonderful coach in Spalletti. One thing about Spalletti is not that he's not just a manager. He's one man that knows what he wants. He knows how to ginger players. He can make you climb, enter into a fire and come out. That is man. That is the man, and that is the man that I think that is going to really take Italy to to a certain extent in this tournament. But I don't see them carrying the tournament. And lastly, Germany. They defend. I mean, the host team, Germany. Well, Germany have shown level of improvement. Yes, they have. Of course, we know how horrible World Cup they had and the last year horrible it was. But going forward, you could see the improvement. They have made a significant improvement. So as a host team, expect surprises. I expect to see them at the semi-final, like Aguche said. I expect that. Yes, I expect that from Germany. Yes, I do. So that's basically my own take. Thank you very much.
So let me just get this straight now from Aguchi and from Igwe back. Based on your assumption or based on your predictions, you are saying that a team that stays long together wins most likely might win a competition. But I'll disagree on that because you can say the same thing for England. Harry Kane, this is what he was at the Euros 2012, even though he was a very young striker
Mm,
back then. But he went there like
mm,
the outsider, like the young kid he just brought for experience. Okay, let's say Harry Kane is the
mm,
captain of the England national team. But you flip the script
mm,
fast forward from 2012, 16, you know, down to 2024. Let's say their breakout tournament for this English generation was 2018 World Cup under Gareth Southgate.
mm,
From 2018 to
mm.
2024, isn't that enough time for a team to have played well enough together to win a competition? I feel this English team,
What?
for me, has the perfect blend of youth and experience. You have Kane, top scorer, number nine, captain. Phil Foden, player of the
Mm,
Premier League this last season. Mr.
mm,
Bellingham took Spain by storm, Champions League winner, gave an assist even in the final to Mr. Vinicius Jr. Then you flip the script to the guys on the outskirts. You have Kobe Mino, a young teenage prodigy coming up very strong. Bukayo Saka, Mr. Arsenal. So you even have the Nigerian player who I feel if
mm,
he comes to the Super Eagles with a complete team, Eberechi Eze, who benched Jack Grealish. The reason why Grealish and Madison are not going is because of in Nigerian, excuse me. So in that your postulation, I would rather and say England are the favourites to win it because the bookmakers put England as number one favourites to win the league. Sorry, the Euros. So when you say a team that plays long together should win together, for Portugal, I don't think they will win the competition, and I'll tell you why. Pepe and Ronaldo have no business in the national team setup in Portugal. It's not about yesteryears. In fact, Ronaldo should have retired from international
mm,
football in 2016 when he won the Euros with this same Portugal squad. That
Mm,
was a peak of his prowess. Ronaldo now is just there as a
mm,
mascot. It's like Ahmed Musa that can still score goals, in my opinion. So I don't. Then as
mm.
for France, like you mentioned, it's egos. If their egos will allow them, yes. If no egos, then sorry. But Spain for me is a wild horse because, or the dark horse like they call them. Spain still have their tiki taka in their DNA. They didn't stop playing that way. Yes, they might not have the same quality of Busquets, Xavi, Iniesta, Alonso in that midfield, but I still feel that that Spanish team, even without your youngster from Barca, Yamal, is a fantastic, great player. Then you move over to Italy. We didn't give Italy a chance last time in the Euros.
Are you sure Yamal made it?
Yeah, Yamal is in the squad. Yeah,
Are you sure Yamal?
he's in the
Okay.
squad. He's in Spain. In fact, there was a joke about him taking
That's
his.
a 16-year-old guy, huh?
Yes, he took his homework self to Germany. He's doing homework as we speak right now. He will submit it back to school. Maybe he's writing work. I don't know. Then you have the final. On the final note, you have Italy. None of us gave Italy a chance to win the Euros last time out in England. They beat England in their backyard. In fact, after that first goal Shaw scored, because it was pandemic here, all of us were watching the game at home. Nobody went out. Italy outplayed England in that final in Wembley. Forget said they win it, they won it on
Mm.
penalties, but they were actually the better team throughout that game. So again, if my own opinion, no, if they're going to based on your own statistics and analogy, England should win this competition because they've had the most time as a team together. Pickford has been keeping for England since 2018 till now. He never do to win Nations Cup. I mean, sorry, Euro Cup for them. So I don't know which bike. I'm just saying that
I
analogy.
beg, I beg, I beg, I beg to differ. My reason is this. You can agree with me. Is it the first time you have been hearing that England has been tipped to win the
No,
tournament,
no,
to
this is the
win any
first time. No, no,
tournament?
no. Actually, this is the
Eh?
first time. This is the first time. England has never been favored to
Eh?
win anything
I
before.
go,
Which time
I
has
go.
England?
How
Wait,
far?
oh,
Is it true?
So wait, let me cut in on this one. England comes into every major tournament as one of the favorites,
but
but
not
in
the
Okay.
this
favorite.
one,
But not the favorite.
no,
There's
no,
a
no, no, no.
difference.
Let's be honest. Let's be
Let's be
honest.
honest now.
Since 2018, there's no tournament England has not gone to, and they were not tipped as one of the favorites
Favorite.
from
Hold
Yes.
on. I didn't
from
say I
from the
didn't say
players they
one
have.
of the favorites. I said the favorite. There's a difference. One of and the
No, no, no,
favorite
no.
is different. So there's a difference. So, like for instance,
I
this
We know the
hear
Nations
your
Cup,
English.
point.
We know
we were
the English you are trying to say, but we know what we are saying too. We know what you are trying to say. That they have been tipped as the favorite and one of the favorite. I have
maybe
never heard of the favorite before in any tournament when it comes. But I've
no,
always heard of one of the favorites to
but they are
win.
the favorites for
I've
this
heard
one.
that.
But they are the favorites for this
Who
one.
told
That's
you
what I'm
that
saying.
one? Who told you?
Who told you that?
Who
Hold
told
on,
you that?
the bookmakers now, the odd makers, go online, go to
Who
any
is the
odd.
bookmakers now? Tell me who told you. Just give me reference. Who told you? Because I've never seen it before. I've seen him. What I've heard is that they are one of the favorites to win. So who told you they are the favorites?
I don't, you didn't hear me say the
And
bookmakers.
you are mentioning, and you are the one mentioning, and you are the one mentioning France,
Did you not
saying, and
mention
you are the one
that
mentioning France.
France is
So
my first.
though you gave a reference, of ego, but you mentioned France. Now, I can even tell you that you see even sorry, you see that your analogy of English national team. I don't even being together. I'm not talking about a single player. I'm talking about a team. My Bukayo Saka and Foden played in the last Euros, if I'm correct, and they also played in the last World Cup. This is two of them playing in two major tournaments in the same year, I think so, or in 2 different years. I think there's also so far. It's not enough. It's not enough. Now, come to the English team. You're talking about Pickford. How many players are there who played from that World Cup? Let's just go from the last Euro and this one. How many of them played? How many players of the national of the English national team that are in this particular team played in the last Euro
Should I tell
and are
you?
playing this next
Should I
Euro?
tell you?
Tell me, please.
Saka
Please
was
come
one
on
of
me.
them. Saka was in the Euros in
One.
2021. Uh,
Okay,
uh,
Pickford,
Uh-huh.
Phil Foden was in the Euros
Pickford.
in 2021. Pickford was in the Euros
Trippier,
in
Pickford.
2021. Luke Shaw was in the Euros in
Trippier,
Great.
2021. Harry Kane
Trippier.
was in the Euros in 2021. And that's your
Five.
foundational squad. That's your base. Now your base be that.
Obola,
Your
have
spine
you
now it be that.
finished?
That's it now.
Have you
But but
finished?
but, but wait,
Five.
Victor,
Only
Victor,
five.
I have an argument on the selection of the team. I might be wrong, but I feel the coach made a very big mistake not taking Marcus Rashford.
at all.
The reason is,
There's no mistake
and
in
I'll
that,
give you.
please. There's no mistake. Let's
Wait,
leave that
let me
one.
give.
Leave your Man
Let
U
me give
bias aside. I'm a Man U fan too. Leave that one aside, please.
forget.
But leave that
I'm
one.
not
Leave that one.
being biased at it, but
That's biased.
I want to give you. No, for national team, you see, Rashford will always do well, whether you like it or not. He's a tournament player. You know, there. See, in selection of players, you need to also look at players who are tournament proven. He has shown himself in all the
So
tournaments he
what
has
tournament?
played.
How many goals
He's
did Rashford score for England in all these tournaments? You're talking about tournament proven. Was he top scorer in any of the tournaments? What has he proven in any tournaments? Let's be
it
honest with
doesn't mean
ourselves. How
whether
many assists has he
it
provided?
doesn't mean if
What are you talking about?
even
How is he
even
tournament
if he's
proven now?
not the highest goal scorer, but he's tournament proven. At least
In
he
what
will give you
sense,
two to
bro? The
three
third
goals
choice
in the
goalkeeper of
tournament.
any team is tournament proven too. But does it mean he keeps the he gets to play? No. What is tournament proven? In what sense?
Uh,
Victor Valle
um,
did
you have mentioned five players. That's what I'm still waiting for. The five players you mentioned,
Igwe should
are
buy.
they enough to take England to the final?
This
Even
so
carry the
so
cup?
let me
They
break it
are
down to you
not.
now. Let me break it down to you now. With the blend of experience that they have from the last Euros in England to the World
Brother
Cup in
Victor,
Qatar, now to the Euros in
brother
Germany,
Victor,
the experience is enough. Bayern, Mr. Harry
brother
Kane,
Victor,
top scorer in Germany. Mr.
brother
What's his
Victor.
name? What's this guy's name?
Tell
Bellingham.
me any season Harry Kane is not always top scorer.
The season
Give
before
me
last.
the one, the one,
The season
the
before
Euros,
last, when
the
Haaland
Euro
came
they
in.
went for wasn't he
Wait,
top scorer?
um,
Wait, first of all, the Euros he went wasn't he top scorer? Even if he's not top scorer for the league, he was top scorer for his club. The
so
World Cup they went for, is he not top scorer? Even if he's not top scorer for the league, he was top scorer for his club.
It wasn't
What
the he
happened,
Victor,
wasn't the
bros?
top scorer at the World Cup
You
now. It was
cannot
Mbappe.
compare.
It
You
Victor.
was
can
Mbappe and
look at the
Messi.
France national team.
But
Look at the France national team.
let's look at
Look at
it.
how many of them who are there. Look at the
So let's
France
look at
national team.
Can you
They
let's
name
look
have
can
to
at
you
even
name
bring
the players that
Kante.
were there from the
They have to
last
bring
Euros
Kante.
that are there now?
Kante back.
Kante is back.
Most of
Yeah,
them
Conte
playing
is
the World
back.
Cup are coming back now. And very few of
Kante
them
is
will don't
back.
play World Cup will come back
Oliver
now.
Oliver Giroud is back.
He didn't. Giroud did not
Uh,
leave
Giroud
in
is
the
there.
first place. He's never
Kante is
left.
there. Mbappe is there.
Uh-huh.
Wait
Name
now, bros
only
now.
three now.
Relax.
Only three.
Kante is there.
Name
Giroud is
play
there.
player from the last
Mbappe
Euros
is there.
that are dead.
Their whole goalkeepers,
Griezmann,
the goalkeepers they have, minus
Griezmann,
Magnon, minus
Griezmann,
Magnon.
Griezmann is
Magnon was
there.
still there.
Griezmann is there.
Griezmann is there.
Yes.
What me this boy, this midfielder them. This boy from Lazio, where they play for Arsenal. Shebi in come, abi?
No.
Guendouzi.
Gendouzi
Um,
didn't make. He
Guendouzi is
didn't
not
make
you
there
the
know
team.
now.
the
He's
He
not
didn't
there
make the
now.
okay,
team.
no, sorry. Wait, sorry, I missed that. The AC Milan left back headed what's his
Yes.
name?
Theo
Theo
Hernandez.
Hernandez. Theo Hernandez.
Saliba no dey there.
Saliba
What
dey
be this
bench.
defender for
Konate dey
Manu na
there.
Moko dey see. Konate dey abi. Shebi him play World Cup. The other guy
Yes.
uncle
Are we?
what
Hold
be
on,
name? That
Igwe
one wey
Chubai.
play for Bayern
Igwe
Munich.
Chubai, hold on.
Hold on now.
Let's get it. No,
Wait
you are saying
now.
World Cup
No.
now. You didn't say World Cup. You said the last Euros. You know, talk World Cup.
I
You said last
mentioned,
Euros. No,
I mentioned.
no,
Wait, now that one.
no. Because
You see why
if
you're
it's
not
last
hearing
World Cup,
very well.
the whole team is there. Oh. For England, it's like only like two or three changes. It's the same team. Jude Bellingham, everybody's
Who?
still
Tell
there.
me who and
Declan
who.
Rice.
Tell me who and who
So
is there.
hold on. Oh.
Tell me who and who is there.
From last World Cup
Yes,
for England,
Uh, for
is
England,
everybody
yes. Tell
now.
me.
Is
no, it's not
everybody?
everybody. It's
Uh-uh.
not everybody.
I'll give you an
Tell me
example.
now.
You
It's
only
not
Tell me
listing
now.
people.
everybody.
Hold on.
Mention them.
Okay, let Lusat in
Yeah.
goal. Pickford is in goal. He was there. He's there
Yes,
again.
Pickford is
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking
there.
about
Yes,
starting
Pickford.
11. No, be bench
Defense line.
warmers. Oh.
That defense line, uncle. That
The-
defense line,
So he had
uncle.
the back
Minus
four
Luke Shaw.
is still there. Luke Shaw is still there. John Stone is still there. Louis Dunk came in. He came in
Not be you they mention people they play bench and people they play. Not be you they mention bench here, Abi. Now you they mention bench here,
I don't
Abi.
mention bench. I say attacking
Yeah.
attacking 11. Kyle Walker is
But you
still
mention
there.
Saliba here bench.
But Saliba na bench
Yeah.
for France now. He doesn't start for France. He's a bench warmer.
Anyway,
He's
anyway,
the bench warmer
are
for
you tipping
France.
England? Are you tipping England to win
I'm
the
not
tournament?
tipping England to win the tournament. I'm only telling you people that they are the tournament favorites. Now they say
They
no.
are not the favorite. They may be one of the tournament favorites, but they are not the tournament favorite.
To me, the tournament
I
favorite
have never had
still
and never.
the
I've always
tournament
had
favorite
England
still
as one of the
remains France.
favorites.
Still remains France. If you want to do that one, if you want to go
If
by
you want
that,
to do their favorite,
France.
it still remains France.
Yes.
Period.
All right, let's wrap this up. We've been at this for the last 20 minutes. Time flies when you're having fun.
We
But
will
let's
not
just
wrap it up because we want to put it to you. What are
wrap
you
it all
telling
up.
me? I don't know. This was the Ago. Do you remember
Yes.
last World Cup? Victor also said this thing with England. He
No,
supported
Exactly.
England again.
No,
That
Super
was
Cup
yes.
England.
no, no, no,
You
no, no.
supported
Supported
England. That was
England.
something you
No,
did.
I never supported England at the last World Cup. No,
You
no,
God,
no,
God. Shebi, you
no,
have record. Go and check your record.
no, no. The team I supported at the last
You
World
have
Cup,
denied. You have
the
denied them
team I
now.
wanted to win the World
I
Cup
don't
that
know
did
the
not win
soft
the World
spot you
Cup
have for England.
was France.
Was
It was
France.
France. It wasn't even England. It
Why?
was
It's a
France.
lie. You
But
supported
to be,
England. I will not forget.
to be
Okay, but
You
honest,
okay,
have
let's settle this
but
once and
wait.
for all. Let's go with the tournament favorites. Who do you want to win the competition? I'll start off with Aguche. Who are you going to win this Euros this next 1 month?
So the reason I want France to win it is I want Deschamps to be able to have won the World Cup as a coach, as a player, and also the Euros as a coach, as a player.
So is the
That will
champion? Is he
somehow.
your father-in-law? Why do you want to? Is she not your father? What's the?
in the
Why?
he
Wait.
has
Why did they take our
Deschamps. He
personal?
want play. He want marry Deschamps daughter. You
I
don't
don't
know.
understand. I
You
want
don't
him
know.
to
Say why
win
they
it.
keep himself.
Is he your father-in-law? What does
You
that
know,
have to do with anything?
Victor. You never hear. You never hear. I go get plan now. He want go France. He want. You know say they has a Deschamps get one fine daughter. Now there he want target.
I
Now
see.
the plan.
No wonder.
Okay, never hear.
I
Now
don't
Now
that's
the
know.
actually
thing be that.
I don't know.
Now the
Okay.
thing.
So that's your
Now the
your
thing.
motivation is because you want one man to have all the glory. Ungwanu Igwechibank,
Exactly. That's it.
who's your
Well,
team?
my own is that I know that the Euros, but what we failed to say here, all three, is that the Euros is one tournament that I know that can spring surprises. Where you
true.
are looking at to win is not the person that might go. Maybe like a Slovakia can go there, and if they are there and go and win the thing, it's possible. After all, that's how Greece
No, no,
shocked
no,
the whole
no,
world
no,
the
no,
last
no,
time.
no. That Greece,
I'm just giving an
that
example.
that
I'm giving
Greece
an example.
analogy cannot repeat
Hmm.
again in this Euros.
Nah,
The
so
truth is,
that,
Uncle,
that's what they will say.
excuse me.
Oga, please
That's
carry on with
what
your
you will say.
prediction. Please
Leave
give them
that one. Football is not by mouth.
give them.
One
wait,
coach can
wait,
decide
to
now.
me,
This
to
is
me,
tournament.
to
I go
me,
wait first. I go
yeah,
wait.
okay.
You said here this is tournament football. In tournament football, and then we know they do who play pass. We know they do who carry stars pass. Your formation might be the thing that work. Look at Super Eagles in the Nations Cup. They somehow found a formation that was somehow rigid to everybody, but it took us to the final. Then Cote d'Ivoire from nowhere somehow got one for inspiration or whatever, dragged themselves from best loser to carrying the cup. So my brother, tournament is not by name and by anything. No, that's it. Now coming to the question that Victor asked. Anyway, I know that Euro has knows how to spring surprises, but I will put my weight on Portugal to carry the tournament.
Why are you copying me,
Yes.
Igwechibank? Why are you copying me? I don't like this compliment.
Did
I
you
don't
say
like it
anything
at all.
before I said I
I know,
spoke
but
your
that's what I
own?
wanted
What
to
is it?
say.
Which one is
That's
yours?
that's what I was going to
Oh,
take.
you wanted to say it. That's your way right from time. You like copying me now. You are missing it.
Okay, either
It's a
way,
normal
either way
thing.
though, either way though, I'm going to go left field, and not because I'm going to marry the country or they are going to be my in-laws. You can never even tell, to be honest. But I would rather go
But
with
the thing is that
Germany
you
to
are more
win.
like you are more like likely to marry because the way I look at you, you are more into you can do such than Agu. Agu is a but you can do it.
I'll,
You
I'll go with
you can do
Germany
it.
because
I
because
will not
just
be surprised if I see it on news now that the great grand sister or nephew or niece of sister. I'll say Agu. This I tell you, this Victor is a very ambitious man.
I'll,
Absolutely, he
I'll,
has been
I'll,
targeting this year for a very long time.
I'll go with Germany for this one. Since you guys have gone with France, Portugal, I'll go with Germany. And the reason why I'm going with Germany is because it's home soil. We saw what happened
So
with.
not go with your England.
I never said England was my favorite. I
Eh?
simply just told you guys that they are
But
the
No,
tournament
no, no.
favorites.
He's denying now.
you said to us
He's denying
they
now.
are
It's
the
only his own
favorites.
TV
Yes,
and
I
radio that
said
he
they
said
are
that they
the
said that
favorites. I didn't
England
say they are
are
the
the
team I
favorite.
want to win the competition. There's a difference. Again, they are favorites. Doesn't mean I want them
Oh,
to win it.
Victor,
There's a difference now.
you can lie. Oh.
Cote
You can
d'Ivoire are
lie.
Cote
You
d'Ivoire
can
now. If Cote
be
d'Ivoire
a
enter any
lawyer.
competition now, they are favorites as African champions. But the team I want to win any Nations Cup is always Nigeria. So I don't understand what the heat is here for. England have for me. England
But
is the best team in this competition. Take it or leave it. They're the highest ranked English team,
why
European team
So
in
why
the
didn't you
world.
pick them?
why
Why you
are
not
they?
pick them?
Why didn't you?
Ask
Exactly.
FIFA now. Ask FIFA why they're the number one ranked European team in FIFA rankings.
Why didn't you pick them
Ask
to
FIFA why
win
they're
the
the number one team in
tournament?
Europe in terms of FIFA ranking.
Why didn't you pick them? Who is
But
FIFA?
but
FIFA. That thing they're
but
using
wait.
to that their weighing scale is it
Uh,
correct? Is it always correct?
It's not
my
the official
guy.
governing body of the world. England
It's
for
the
me
official government body, but even both of us know that sometimes that their weighing scale is not correct.
is correct
But
Why
though.
didn't you pick England? Why didn't you
Chibai,
pick England?
Because I
Chibai,
want
Sir?
let's
Germany to
even
win.
Sir?
let's even look
Don't
at it.
speak Belgium now.
They are dark horses in this
Who,
competition that
Belgium?
we are not
And
even
then,
talking about. There's
who?
a Belgium,
Who?
a young Belgium team.
This young
There's
Belgian
Yes,
team.
nah.
also
This is not a young
They are
there's
Belgian
not
team,
that
a
young like
Oago.
that,
This
though.
is this is their
they
last
have
They are
chance.
not
So
that young, though.
this is their last
This is
chance.
their last chance.
you
This
are
is
Some
not the
of them
young.
thinking
don't retire.
how many of the old players
So two
in
are no come.
Belgium
Oh.
are going to this tournament? That's what I'm trying to pick out for you.
They're all
Kevin De
there.
Bruyne is there.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Is De Bruyne a young man? He's
Uh,
30 something years old. Lukaku is
Forget De
there.
Bruyne.
Lukaku.
But are you
Witsel is
not
there.
seeing that they have Openda,
Carrasco
they
is
There's
have
there.
a
Doku,
Netherlands too.
they have De Catalare, they have De
See, listen.
Catalare.
I'm not a fan of this dark horse stuff. All this dark horse. Because every time we always pick a dark horse, they are the ones that always used to flop the most. Turkey has been dark horse for 1,000 years. Turkey, they go past quarterfinal, apart from the World Cup in 2002. Belgium has been dark horse, dark horse, dark horse, dark horse, dark horse. They don't go enter final. Holland has been flopping since the 90s. Since that generation, that era of them, 2000, early 2000 and co. This current set of Dutch
Oh
players
yeah,
have not been it
oh
at
yeah.
all.
If dark horse no work, make we use white horse now.
So
What
for me,
we
there's nothing
what
like a
we
dark horse. I don't buy that dark horse analogy. In my
One thing
opinion,
I
no.
know for certain, is that the Euro is one tournament that might spring so that is going to spring surprises.
It will
That one is
it will
definite. I can
definitely
bet
spring
my
surprise.
money on that one.
I will hopefully will be able to have a wall to wall
You see
coverage
your England going.
for our
You
viewers.
see your England going. Oh yes, please let them do that. Oh, is needed.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for your time. It's been amazing. Igwe bike obviously picking the French. Is that was your choice? No, it wasn't you. You
You
picked
are you
the.
are you are
Sorry,
high.
sorry. No,
You
no, it
are. I
wasn't
know
you.
you
You
want to
picked
you want to
Portugal.
you want
Sorry.
to you want to you want to steal my prediction. I
No,
know
you
that's what
picked
you want to
Portugal.
do.
Apologies. You picked Portugal, Bruno
That's
Fernandes,
how I
Ronaldo,
predicted when the season started.
and
That's how I
co.
predicted this last season that finished. My prediction was correct. I never got my reward. I'm going to say you are
What
there.
did you predict? Your
I
prediction
didn't
was
get
not
my
correct.
reward.
Nobody got their prediction
My
correct
prediction was
last
correct.
season. Nobody.
I said Man City win, Arsenal second. That's what I said.
You said your top four. I remember what we said. We said give us your top four.
Oh yeah,
It
what
wasn't
what
just
was
one
my
and
top
two.
four? What was my top four?
See, everybody's top four last
I
season had
mentioned who
Man
and who.
United inside. Everybody's top four had Man
I
U
didn't have any
inside.
Man U in my own.
Look
I
at
did not
you.
have Man U in my
Look
own.
at you. Look at
What
you.
you would say is that it is Aston Villa that you did not
See,
see. I didn't have Man U. I said
Igwe
remember
Chibike,
I
listen,
said
if you want to
Man
talk club
City. I
football, you
said
cannot
Man
even talk to me.
City.
You didn't win a
I
cup.
said Man City.
Only people
Man
that have won a
City.
trophy
Man
can talk
City.
in
Man
this
City.
podcast.
Arsenal.
Have you won a
Liverpool
trophy?
and Chelsea.
Have you won a
I
trophy, Igwe
beg
Chibike? If you've not
you.
won a
Ah,
trophy, please don't talk in this podcast. This is
Uh,
for trophy winners only.
and
If you no
it's
carry
not
cup last
about
year, I beg no
trophy.
talk.
Because of
shots fired.
you won one trophy that one club decided to dash you
Oga, if you
on a
no
very
win
good
cup,
day.
please stay
And
in. Just stay outside. You come and meet you. Just wait
Oga,
outside first.
listen to me. You came eighth, whether you like it or not. You are not
But I,
coming to the Champions
I
League,
but,
won.
the
I won
Europa
the FA
League.
Cup.
And you go see
but
come
I,
up for
but
group
I won
stage.
a trophy.
I
I
won
won
the
a
You
FA
won a
Cup.
trophy.
trophy. No
Yes.
I won.
problem. You won a trophy.
All
Nothing
right,
do
so
you. No wahala.
just to wrap up, guys, we have Igwe Chibike. Obviously, it's all fun here. Igwe Chibike, obviously, picking up
Yeah,
the Portuguese, the
Galo.
Telesal. We have the Le Bleu of France by Agu Uche, and of course, I was going to go with the Mannschaft, the German machines as they are called. Hopefully, they can redeem their international image and win it at home. So follow the example of Cote d'Ivoire at the last Nations Cup as well. We also have the Copa America also kicking off, I think, a day after the Euros. That's next tomorrow. But we'll have a different podcast for that one and see who. I mean, it doesn't go beyond the normal big boys: Uruguay, Brazil, Argentina,
Brazil, Argentina.
Mexico. USA is also part of it this time around.
No, no, Mexico is not there. Oh.
No, they are.
Have they
They
added Mexico now?
Yes, they've expanded it to add the guys from the CONMEBOL,
Oh. So that
CONCACAF.
means
Sorry.
USA will be there too
Yeah,
now.
US is also part of it. Yes, they're all going to be part of it. It's going to be a very big
Oh,
competition this time around.
that
So
that would be interesting.
yeah, but the thing about it is that it's going to. I mean, depending on your sleeping cycle, you might not even sleep because the Euro matches are ending by 10 p.m. From like 12 a.m. The CONCACAF, the Copa America kicks off till
Well,
about
if
6.
they can,
Yeah.
if they can pay us some money, we are good to go. We can stay
Yeah.
awake and
Why?
suffice for
Why?
them.
Why not?
What are we? What? Why not? What do we do? Is it not our job? It's our job now.
All right, we have been able
It's
to
our
push
way.
this to 30 minutes, which is fantastic content. Thank you guys so much for making this preview of the European Championship 2024 worthwhile. Hopefully, tomorrow we shall have just one recording bright and early a preview also of the or whenever time suits you guys. It doesn't have to be long, but just a preview of the match only. That's the match between Germany and Scotland, the opening game only. We shall preview that game only tomorrow. But for now, thank you guys so much. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. You're hearing this. Please subscribe to our podcast as well. It's not just being a part of the group or just listening to this. Let others also share the fun in terms of your opinions. And what are your thoughts? Do you agree with us picking only three teams potentially to win the Euros? I mean, nobody picked England. Are we stupid? Let us know in the comment section. Or do you agree with us? That's fantastic. I went with Germany. Ago went with France. And of course, Igwe Bike went with Portugal. Until next time, guys, be good and be safe. Keep it good as a sports fan. It is bye from us and bye for now.
Hello, sportsman. This is your boy Igwe Bike. No, you know what it is. So I know you have been enjoying our videos. You know the things we have been giving you. The contents is hard work. We ask you to please like, try and subscribe.
Like, share, and subscribe here on Fanside.
Listen to me. I'm going to consult the gods on your behalf. You don't know who you are talking with.